So WrestleMania 32 will be held at the AT&T Stadium in Dallas, Texas. The question is, will it be The Undertaker's last WrestleMania and last match? What is up, guys? Welcome back to Wrestling Biz Buzz live on YouTube. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe down below. So guys, this is a topic I want to talk because I've been reading about what Jim Ross had to say about The Undertaker and his upcoming match at WrestleMania, and will it be his last match? And I'm just going to go pretty quick and just read through it. Sorry, just been running. Jim Ross noted on his podcast this week that he does not believe that next year's WrestleMania will be Undertaker's last match. Ross said that he heard this from his sources. For years, the belief had been the Undertaker would try to work at WrestleMania in Dallas and then retire at the show. Ross says that it doesn't appear like Undertaker will be retiring anytime soon. In addition to working at SummerSlam, Taker is also scheduled to work some shows in Mexico next month. Vince McMahon went into WrestleMania 30 thinking that Taker was done. So that's apparently the reason why Brock Lesnar beat the streak. Dave Meltzer reports that the talk in WWE is the Undertaker is not talking about retiring immediately. The funny thing is that wrestlers that were around him in 1997 were talking about how many injuries he had, and they felt he had just a few years left in the tank before retirement. So basically, as you've guessed, Jim Ross had said, I believe he's going to retire at WrestleMania 35, and one of the reasons either at WrestleMania 35 or his very last match will be at Survivor Series. One or the other. Reason I'm saying 35 is if I remember correctly, he's 56 now. I could be don't be wrong. I could be wrong. And if that's so, he'll be touching 60 when he retires. He'll be the longest wrestler in WWE, or they'll make out he's the longest age wrestler. Well, they mightn't even, because over the mystique of The Undertaker, they might not do it. I believe it'll be that, but that'll be his last WrestleMania, but his last Survivor Series will be the following Survivor Series after that WrestleMania. And the reason I'm picking Survivor Series is because when Mark Calloway, aka The Undertaker, came into the business as The Undertaker, he debuts at the $1 Million Tag Team at Survivor Series in 1990. Now, another thing, if I remember correctly, we're 32, WrestleMania 32, and that'll be in 2016. It'll be 2019 when he retires. Is it? Yeah, sorry, my bad. 2019 when he retires. So basically, he has 4 years left in the tank. Now, I don't see him doing live events. Like, the only reason they're putting him on the Mexico tour is because they don't want to be seen as racist towards Mexican wrestlers or anything like that, due to Rey Mysterio and Alberto Del Rio leaving the company. So I think they're trying to put as much star power on that tour as possible, as Jericho is actually scheduled for that tour also. So look, regardless about the tour, the whole thing is about The Undertaker. Is he going to retire? Obviously, I've given my thought on it and what I believe is going to happen. So no, I don't believe The Undertaker's last WrestleMania is WrestleMania 32. But going into WrestleMania 30, I thought that's him done. That's his last WrestleMania, because it's WrestleMania 30. It's the biggest WrestleMania. It's 30 years of WrestleMania, the works, and I might be mistaken about this, but he's appeared at all WrestleManias. Well, sorry, He hasn't, actually. No, he hasn't. There was a few he missed. If he had appeared at all of them, he would have been at a higher streak. Or I know he was at WrestleMania 3. But anyway, I'm just rambling. I'm losing sight of what I'm trying to talk about. End of the discussion is, will The Undertaker retire at WrestleMania 32 in Dallas, Texas? And the answer is no. Plain and simple, no. My prediction is WrestleMania 35 will be his last WrestleMania, and he'll then go on to Survivor Series. I would imagine win, and then retire. I don't see him having retirement speeches or anything like that, so you won't see that. So anyway, guys, and actually, to follow on before I finish, the following Hall of Fame, he'll be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame as The Undertaker, but obviously he'll come out and do his speech, and I would imagine the person to induct him into the Hall of Fame would be Kane. Could be wrong in saying that, but I would imagine it would be Kane to induct him, but because they've worked so well together and throughout years and whatnot. So look, we'll leave it there, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, dislike, subscribe, all that jazz, and remember, rest in peace.